I've actually received questions like this quite a few times now. And honestly, I totally understand why you would think that. Because if you have been following me for some time, you have seen me talk about Devi, Sadhguru, spiritual practices, meditation. And now suddenly I'm talking about things like habits, time tracking, compulsive behavior, journaling, mindfulness, and conscious living. So today I want to answer that question. Did I leave my sadhana or my meditation behind, or did I leave spirituality behind? No. In fact, the reason I started making these videos is totally because of spirituality. And even more importantly, it's because of you. Because after one of my Devi videos went viral, something happened that completely changed the direction of my content. People didn't just watch the video, they actually started writing to me. They started sharing their lives with me. And the questions they asked made me realize something. Maybe what people need isn't always more spiritual knowledge. Maybe they need help about understanding how to actually live what they already know. And that's where this entire new direction of my channel began. There was a point where I made a video around Devi, and that video unexpectedly reached a lot of people. Many people came to me through that video, and parallelly, I started an email list for people who were genuinely interested in Devi, meditation, and spirituality. Every Sunday, I would write them a letter, not necessarily any polished YouTube video, just my thoughts, things I was learning, and things I was experiencing. How to approach sadhana, how to look at yourself, how meditation actually works. And slowly, people started replying, and that's where something very interesting happened. I started seeing the real problems people were dealing with. People weren't just asking spiritual questions, they were actually telling me about their lives. Someone would say, I'm meditating every day, but I'm still overthinking. Someone else would say, I'm doing my sadhana, but I still get angry so easily. Someone would say, I know what I should do, but I just can't make myself do it. And another person would ask, if I am meditating, why are these compulsive thoughts still coming? I found this really very interesting because many of these people were not actually beginners. Some were actually quite serious seekers. They were meditating, doing their practices, reading, and trying to work on themselves. And yet, the same human problems were still there. And this is something I've repeatedly tried to communicate through my emails. Sometimes we approach meditation with a very subtle expectation. We think if I meditate, my problem should disappear. If I do my sadhana properly, I shouldn't feel anxious anymore. If I become spiritual, I shouldn't get angry anymore. But that's not necessarily how it works. Meditation doesn't mean that life suddenly stops giving you problems. Problems will still come. People will still behave in ways you don't like. Your plans may still fail. You may have difficult days. You may still experience anger, fear, confusion, or compulsive thoughts. Only difference is you start changing the way you meet them. The perception can become clearer. You can become more aware of what's happening within you. You can actually create a little distance between yourself and your thought. And believe me, that distance can change everything. So for me, meditation is not about creating a life where nothing difficult happens. It's about becoming someone who can meet life more consciously. And this realization actually changed the kind of content I wanted to create. And not only this, something very similar happened with Devi related videos. People would sometimes approach Devi with, Devi, please make this happen. Please give me this. Please solve this problem. And I completely understand. Why do we do that? When we are struggling, we naturally look for some higher entity to actually fix the situation. I understand sadhana is very different. If you're approaching the divine, it isn't necessarily about giving God a shopping list. I want this, I want that, make this happen. For me, sadhana is much more about offering yourself, about becoming more conscious, about becoming more available, about working on yourself. And this is something I have learned from the teachings and practices I have been following. So when I started writing about these in my Sunday letters, again, people would come back with questions. And those questions kept pointing me towards something. I started noticing a pattern. I understood that people don't necessarily need more spiritual information. They need help bringing whatever they were learning into their everyday lives. Because what is the point spending 1 hour in meditation if the rest of the day you are completely unconscious of how you use your time? What is the point of knowing about self-awareness if you aren't able to notice your own compulsive scrolling? And what is the point of wanting to change if you don't really understand your own patterns? And what is the point of having a goal if you don't know what you actually do with your 24 hours? And that's when I started becoming interested in these very ordinary things. Habits, time tracking, attention, journaling, self-observation, mindfulness, and how we conduct ourselves on a daily basis. So, when you see me talking about tracking your time, tracking your habits, or observing your thoughts, or becoming more conscious of your behavior, or building better routines, please don't think, oh, she left her sadhana behind, or she left practicing spirituality behind. I haven't. I still meditate. I still practice Shambhavi. I still sing Devi Stuti. I still actively follow the teachings that have been part of my life. But now I have also started looking at spirituality from another angle. How do we actually live it? Because it's very easy to talk about consciousness, but much harder to notice your own unconscious pattern at 11:30 at night when you're scrolling your phone instead of sleeping. It's very easy to talk about awareness, but it's much harder to see how you react when someone says something you don't like. It's very easy to say, I want to change, but much harder to observe what you actually do every single day. And that's the space I want to explore here. This channel is not about becoming a perfect person, and neither it is about pretending that we have figured life out. And it's definitely not about giving you another list of things you should be doing. I want this channel to be a place where we experiment with conscious living, observe ourselves, we question our patterns, we track our behavior, we understand our mind, we build better habits, and we learn to live with more awareness. And yes, all of these can exist alongside spirituality, because perhaps spirituality isn't only what happens when you close your eyes and meditate. Perhaps a part of it is also how you live when you open your eyes. So, if you have been watching me since my Devi videos, thank you very much. Those videos brought many of you into my life. And honestly, your questions are the reason this channel became what it is today. You showed me the gap between what we know and how do we actually live. And that's the gap I want to explore now. So, no, I didn't stop my sadhana. I didn't stop my meditation. I just started asking a very different question. Not only how do I become more conscious during meditation, but also how do I become more conscious in my everyday life. And that's what we are going to explore here in this channel. Welcome all of you to this new chapter of channel. And now finally, hope I was able to answer your questions, especially to all of you who has messaged me and written me mail. So finally, if in this video you found your answers and got back your clarity, do comment me down in the comment section what do you feel, and are you again with me in this channel. And with this winding up, please do like and subscribe the channel. Up to next, stay safe, healthy, happy, and namaskaram.